What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. Amina Buddafly finally filed for divorce from Peter Gunz. Now, I'm so sorry if I didn't warn you, if you had your headset on and your ears are probably bleeding at the moment. I apologize, but that's Just Hilarious. Name of Just Hilarious on Instagram, and she's a comedian, and she have this segment called Just with the Mess or whatever the case may be, and I just took that sound bite, from and that little, I edited the video to just that part because that's the only way I could really show my emotions. And I was trying to say show and share, and that's why I'm like show, but show my emotions of how I feel and how happy I am for Amina for finally pulling the plug on her marriage to Peter Gunz. Now, a lot of people were saying, you know what, Amina is not stupid. She was trying to get her papers to become a citizen in this country, and her papers did not go through, and that's the reason why she tolerated Peter Gunz and went through all of the things that she went through. And they had an agreement to act the fool on TV and get paid for it and all of that. And he probably threatened her that if she didn't do certain things, she wouldn't get her papers to go through. And now she finally got her papers, and she can stay in the country now and no longer have to be married to him. And that's the reason why she finally filed for divorce. And people just think that she's stupid, but she's not. I just love the new age, where celebrities no longer have to wait for a publicist or go through all these hoops. They can just hop online and defend themselves. So this person wrote, she finally got her citizenship, and Amina jumped right in there. Actually, no, but that's okay. And then this person responded, doesn't need an American citizenship. She's European. Her country's economy is way better than ours. Amina, girl, I'm glad for you. Find someone who doesn't want to share you. I don't think getting her citizenship is a thing to celebrate. Are you living in the U.S. watching all the foolery? I think she's good with her European citizenship. She can always go back and forward. Exactly. Amina Buddafly, human beings are such evil creatures. Amina is a very pretty and talented young lady. If it was about getting her citizenship, she could have gotten that from many, many, many other people. Let's be respectful here. And this other person wrote, you're overanalyzing it, relax. I mean, and that's actually pretty smart considering who the president is, in case you have to scoop your kids and escape. I mean, they always repeat what a hater say, bleep them, do you, and keep living you glowing boo. Then move your bleep over there. Mina, really, why? How come? Did you not want to become one? And other person saying, yes, that girl or whoever the person is was a troll account. So there you have it. Amina say have nothing to do with citizenship, and it doesn't take that long, guys, to get one. Really, if you really work at it, as long as she was with Peter Gunz, yeah, that's a long time. Amina also explained that they've been separated for 2 years, been living separate lives for 2 years, and so they've been done. She just wanted to file the papers, but even though she's saying they've been done for 2 years, she was just posting pictures of his manhood not 2 years ago, and she had to then come back online and apologize, and she know that he was going back and they would do their thing. So even though they were not together, living together as a couple, whenever he went to see the kids, they were still doing what. But Amina is now saying she is completely done with Peter Gunz. So, and it's not because she got citizenship. So there you have it from Amina herself. Case might be, I'm just happy that this young lady is removing herself from all of the toxic situation that happened. Now, before I talk more about Amina, one of Tara's son, they're celebrating his birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Casimir.
Happy birthday.
Milky Man. Happy birthday,
You like
Milky
your
Man.
chocolate cake? Yes. You see it? It's chocolate. No. Just double chocolate.
and Peter Gunz child together. You know, they have 3 boys. They're celebrating his birthday, and you know, they posted this picture right here. Tyra posted this picture on her page, and people all in the comments everywhere on social media, yes girl, go get your man, and all of that. I don't understand these people, and I don't understand how you can call her stupid and all of these names or all of these years, but then turn around and say, yes, go get your man, you guys belong together. I don't get it, but I'm not here to judge anyone. But Tyra, you're not winning anything, because the fact that Amina, after everything, yes, Peter Gunz have said over and over again, I want Tyra, I want a divorce, and whatever the case might be, it's the same things he's been saying in lies, but have still been going back and sleeping with Amina. So even after all of this, and I love Tyra, he still couldn't get himself to be the one to file the papers. Amina had to file the papers. So Tyra, whatever that happened with you and Peter in the end, if you choose to stay with him because, you know, apparently this young lady just can't move on, this is the man she wants to be with, to prove a point, whatever the case might be, in as much as Tyra feel like he chose her over Amina by making Amina look like a fool on Marriage Boot Camp and on Love and Hip Hop, he made both of them look like fools. And I also want to quickly add that they also both made themselves look like fools. So I'm not just putting all of the blame on Peter as well. You teach people how to treat you. And so, hey, they tolerated his mess, and so they ended up looking messy and like fools as well. As far as Tyra goes, he have constantly said he loved Tyra and he loved Amina. But, you know, on Marriage Boot Camp, it was almost like he was saying to his wife, I chose, you know, Tyra, and whatever the case might be. But Tyra, he still didn't choose you, baby girl, if he couldn't get himself to go and file these divorce papers, and Amina had to file the papers on him. All right. So, you know, they're at the birthday party celebrating, and that image was posted, and everybody's like, yes, girl, get your man back, and all of these different things. And I'm just like, you know, nobody's winning in this situation here. Peter is not about to be faithful to Tyra. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, there's no win-win situation. But this is about Amina, you know, finding her independence again. I've always talked about Amina, about how talented she is, and how I felt really bad that, you know, she was just not using her platform the right way as it relates to love and hip hop. You know, I always felt like, you see, you know, the K Michelle's coming there, use their platform the right way, got the exposure, bounce. K Michelle is on album number 4. K Michelle have her restaurant in Atlanta, opening her second one, going on tour, making history with Jack Daniels by being the first African-American woman to have a deal with them, you know, have her own record label. Like, K Michelle's really doing it. Then Cardi B comes out breaking all of these records and all of that. And Amina, with such a beautiful voice, this girl played instruments. She's so talented, but her music is like Instagram music. And what I mean by Instagram music is, yes, Amina have a music that she's released on iTunes and all of that. I'm talking about all of the video clips of her just showing her vocal range and playing the guitar and just the piano, whatever else she's doing. I would love for those Instagram videos to be what we see on the show. You know, not just a short clip of her doing an event here and then an hour of just the mess. That's what I mean when I say Instagram music, because when you go to Instagram, that's where you see all of the beauty of her voice, everything, you know, her videos and all of that. We don't see enough of that on the show. That's what I mean. Because it's not plaster over the show, because even though they play her music on the show, the focus, it has been this love triangle between her, Tyra, and Peter for all of these years. And it's just like, you know, she's so talented, and to just sit back and or I shouldn't say let it go to waste, but to just sit back and completely allow the drama to be the focal point of her career all of these years. You know, it was very sad to watch. So I'm happy that she filed for divorce and she's finally moving on with her life. You know, I posted a few weeks back that I think she and Life Jennings are in a relationship together. Nothing have been confirmed yet. She was probably waiting, you know, to file for divorce, for her divorce to be finalized, for she and Life to have, you know, their moment together before coming out. It was almost like, girl, dang, can you be divorced first? Can you breathe? You just got out of a toxic situation before you jump in another one. So, you know, they had a little flirting thing going on back and forth, and I posted all about it. I'm going to put the link in the description below with the whole Amina and Life Jennings situation. But if they're still together and all of that, you know, this is what attracted her to Peter, because they make beautiful music together.
I'm rushing in a hurry. The kids up till school, but it's cool. That's what a single mama do. I got it all on.
All right, one time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Daylight, 6:30, up early, didn't sleep at all last night. I'm rushing in a hurry to get the kids up to school, but it's cool. That's what a single mama do. I got it all under control. 2 brushes, making breakfast, 2 dresses, and we out the door. And stroll up with a cup holder, black under rover, and we at the door.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not him when I was just 29. Could not get this nigga off my mind. Made my coochie tingle on my spine. He was like a rock star on tour. I was just another one of his souls. Got me flowers in exchange for my loyalty. Spoiled me like royalty until he was tired of me. No, funny how you think you know someone until they choke slam your heart. Funny how you think you know that one thing.
Okay, and Life is a talented guy, even though he was on Love and Hip Hop ATL with Carly Red, and you know, had his moment, and also have kids, and you know, baby mama. You know, I don't like calling women baby mama. You know, his children, you know, mother. He have his own drama and thing going on, but you know, we shall see what happened with that. You know, after all of this happened, Amina posted, you know, this image on her Insta story, you know, ready, set, go, her divorce papers. She posted that, and you know, Peter Gunz went ahead, you know, she posted it just to show people, listen, I made this choice for myself and my children to leave. I filed for divorce, filed by Amina. You know, they have Peter Gunz's last name. Peter went ahead and wrote the end. He reposted it and put the end, and Amina responded the beginning, meaning the beginning of my life, my new beginnings. I'm happy, I'm in LA, I'm doing good, whatever the case may be. And then he responded, true, my bad. All right, and then, you know, he didn't stop there. He went ahead and reposted, you know, this image right here, and our divorce is not ugly, no lawyers, no judges, no mediators, just us. I love Amina Buddafly and the beautiful queens she gave me. Divorce in our case is not a bad thing. It's best and won't change the support and love for her, my kids, and her music. No comments necessary. And he turned the comments off on that post. And then right after that, he was on to his son party with Tyra, and you know, people are like, well, all the kids look sad and Tyra is the only one smiling and look happy. Whatever the case might be, you know, hey, let Tyra stay and prove her point that she wants to prove, because this man was in a relationship. He was engaged to somebody else and all of that, and cheated on his ex-fiance with Tyra. You know, so I don't know what Tyra was doing all of those things to Amina, because she did the same thing, you know, to Peter, and that relationship ended, and then Peter met Amina and married Amina over her. So after all of these years, maybe Tyra just want a ring and a wedding to prove that, yes, me too can be a wife. Me too got a ring from Peter Gunz. Me too did A, B, and C. And then when they get divorced later on down the road, then point proven. I mean, I don't, but you know what? I'm not going to look at this picture and talk about, oh, they're a happy family, they're back together. Because one thing about Peter Gunz, say what everyone to say about him, he is always in all of his children's life. You know, he's in LA, he's, you know, in New York, he's all over the place. This is not just about Amina and her kids. He's in all of his children's life. You know, he share his time and run around and all of these things. So that's one thing. So this is, to me, this is just a birthday party. But hey, you know, when you have received a taste of reality TV and everything else in your life career wise is not really going the way that you plan it to go, and getting a regular job is not an option, then you would do anything for a check. And that's the reason why, you know, Peter went ahead and joined Amina on Marriage Boot Camp. He said it himself, that check was beautiful. Amina also agreed to make herself look like a fool on national television because the check was great. Now I get it. I get it. I mean, I wanted to show that, you know what, guys, I went above and beyond. I tried for my marriage. He doesn't want me, so I'm going to go ahead and leave. And I finally got the strength to leave. But, you know, it was also for a check. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wishing Amina, you know, the best, basically. And for now, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, Tyra and the Amina and that whole situation, they're not really on the most recent season like that of Love and Hip Hop. They're not really like that on the show. So, you know, these two, they need money. They need money. Peter Gunz have 150 kids. So it wouldn't surprise me if he and Tyra reappear next season, basically, you know, starting over. I love Tyra, and I'm now divorced, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they do this whole relationship, him proposing to Tyra, he and Tyra having this happily ever, you know, happily ever after love story of all of the ups and downs and tears and, you know, outside babies and all of that. Peter finally came home. I wouldn't be surprised if they have their own wedding special. I wouldn't be surprised if these two milk this because they need checks. They need the money. I wouldn't be surprised if VH1 even gave them their own spin-off show. People in this day and age will do anything, and I mean anything, for a check and to be on reality TV. There are people who have gotten divorced just to get remarried and had this whole fake. Did you guys really think that Nene was dating that Italian guy or whoever he was, her wine partner, when she broke up with Greg? Please. You know, people would do this whole thing, or even go as far as getting divorced just to get remarried, have their own wedding special, get that check and all of that. Look at Jocelyn and Stevie J, how long they said they were married and they milked that. You know what I'm saying? Even Yandy, they had a wedding special and everything, even though, yes, she didn't sign the papers, and she had good reasons for not signing the papers because I'm not going to work this hard and have no feds come over here and take my hard-earned money. Nope, not today. Sitting, not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if those two come back and just milk this whole situation. I also wouldn't be surprised, you know, if Amina move on to the Love and Hip Hop LA cast with Life Journeys if they're still together, you know, and show that They're both making beautiful music together. She's happy. She's in a healthy and stable relationship, and they follow her through the process of getting divorced, and she's being filmed, and she do all of that. So Peter and Tara over here faking their happily ever after. Amina's over here with Life Jennings making beautiful music and just being happy. Both parties win. You know, both party win. Nobody is a loser as far as it comes to a smart business move and those checks coming in, because at this point people are over. When I say over, they are over the Amina and the Peter and Tara love triangle. It's like it's so old, it's so dead, that even when VH1 and Mona Scott and them try to recreate it, people are just like, please don't try to bring back the Amina and Tara stuff, because you know how they do. Every single franchise they try to recreate, like there would never be another Jocelyn Stevie J, no matter how many Latinas they bring on and whatever. Then you had the whole Mimi and, you know, Jocelyn and Stevie J and the kid. That's the same thing. Tara, you know, Peter Gunz and Amina is two women going back and forth, and you know, same exact storyline. Stevie J being with Mimi for all of this crap. Whatever the case might be, like I said, Tara win in the money making reality TV department. Peter Gunz win, and Amina wins, because that is if they all return on different love and hip hop franchises with their own storyline, in love and all of that. So everybody win, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing, you know, Amina the best. I hope she stays strong and move forward with her divorce and don't go back to Peter and all of that. And whatever Peter and Tara decide to, you know, do at the end of the day, then, you know, good for them. A lot of people are saying, oh, Peter Gunz is mad, he's not happy. Whatever the case might be, I don't care at this point. I really don't care. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation.